Well, the Stars are back on the road, and this time the Texas Stars are heading to the desert. Hello, everyone. Welcome to another series preview. Brian Tost here breaking down a big matchup for the Stars as they head to Tucson for 3 games against the Tucson Roadrunners, and 2 of 6 overall on the season, but it's the only trip for the Stars to Tucson this season. And Texas is coming into a pretty hot team. The Tucson Roadrunners already this year 5-2-0. However, they did drop 2 of the last 3 against the Colorado Eagles, and the Texas Stars coming in with a 4-3-0 record for themselves as well, fresh off a win against the Iowa Wild. And the big message for the Stars has been what it's been all season long: finding consistency, finding a way to pick up back-to-back wins.
Well, I thought we addressed a lot of those areas before the last game. I thought Saturday was a much more complete effort, and I thought our compete was much closer to a 60 minutes of compete. So those are big differences for our team. We want to play fast, we want to play skilled, but at the end of the day, we have to be willing to outwork teams, compete on pucks. And when we tie that into our skill and speed, things usually work out.
The Stars blanked the Iowa Wild in the third period, picking up a 3-2 win and really shut them down defensively. Not to mention they picked up 2 goals in the second period. And across the homestand for the Stars, it's been something that they've been looking for, a little bit of shutdown, especially after that Friday game where the Stars surrendered 3 goals. They'll need to bring that into Tucson as the Roadrunners have been able to get some very good offense from their top line with Peterson at the center of it all.
Does anything change for you guys systematically when they're on the ice?
Not systematically, but awareness, having the presence to recognize potentially who you're out against, your spatial awareness for where they are on the ice, how much time and space are you allowing these players to not only make plays, but get shots off. You have to have a heightened awareness when those kind of players are in offensive situations.
Texas has been one of the highest scoring teams in the American Hockey League, led by Adam Mascarin with 4 goals, and also leading the way Riley Damiani with 8 points in 7 games this season. And they'll need to continue that. Tucson has been rolling with Ivan Prosvetov, and he's picked up 5 wins, one of the top leaders in games played and wins in the American Hockey League. And the save percentage and goals against average is no slouch either. It's going to be a very interesting matchup for the Stars as they go into Tucson for the first time this season.
On Saturday, you went with 11 forwards, 7 defensemen. We've talked before about that you like to do that from time to time. But what's the reason for that? What do you like about the lineup to get that combination?
Well, it's depending on several factors. Whether it's on our side, whether it's on the other teams for the matchups. Right now, we like some of the things we're seeing on the back end with some particular players. And with 7, you also can shake up some of your own pairings, and you can have some free looks at some other pairings that could potentially gel together when you go back to 6. So, right now, moving 11 forwards around, you can also get some of your guys that are feeling it that night. You can double back with them. So without getting too much into it, I think it just gives you different looks. We don't do it all the time, but I think there's a time and place for it, and we're comfortable either way depending on scenarios.
Check out all 3 games on ahltv.com. You can also tune in to texasstars.com/listen and follow along on all of our social media outlets. 3 games in the next 4 nights for the Texas Stars and a big test coming up against the Tucson Roadrunners.